What's up, guys? Weather Wednesday coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today we are going to be talking a little bit about Hydra, and in particular about how Marius the Gallant has completely changed one of my Hydra teams. Now, there have been a lot of changes to Hydra lately. The first one was pretty brutal, and in my opinion, the second one wasn't that big of a deal for most players. The first one pretty much nerfed everybody's damage, and then this last week, they decided to nerf some of the damage from ally attack teams and from multi-hitters. But to be honest, I think that mostly only affects the top-end players of the game and not most of the rest of us. As you can see, my top, I already ran 2 battles this week. My top team did 166 million on Nightmare, and that's pretty close to what I did the week before. And then my brutal team did 146 million, and that features the ally attack Lady Mikage Oboro combination, and they did better than usual with 146 million damage. So today we are trying out hard. Now this is a new rotation, so I did have to mix up my team a little bit from what I had previously tried, because I realized I didn't have any kind of provoke on my team. So I had to add in Wixwell, not for a broken Wixwell team. And yes, there's a Trunda in there, but not for a broken Trunda team. This is just a normal team with 2 very good champions. I don't have one of those insane teams that puts up billions and billions of damage. I just don't. I don't particularly like those teams. I don't like that they're in the game, and I certainly wouldn't like playing them. So really, our main damage is actually coming from Marius. Now, Trunda does do a good amount of damage, just not a broken amount. She's just a very good damage dealer on my account. And then, of course, we got Inquisitor Shamail. He is there for when Torment comes up. In previous rotations, that was more important, but it's still pretty important when Torment does come up, even though we do have a cleanser on the team. So we're going to go ahead and try out this team and see how it works, because I've never actually tried this exact team. I had to take out a damage dealer, Razzlevarg, the bunny, in favor of having a provoker on the team. It wasn't that big of a deal last week, but I feel like it very easily could be a big deal this week. And so I'm actually just going to hit the A1 on Marius right now, which does not a whole lot of damage. And what I'm going to do is try to provoke. And we did not provoke. So, wait. What just happened? Does he get a second turn? I'm not sure why. Oh, I happened to put Relentless on him. So we did fortunately be able to get the provoke out there. And now I can put up some debuffs. Let's go. All right. And so now we can see a little bit more of the kind of damage that we can put out there. Now I don't unfortunately have Hex everywhere. Who do I want to attack? I guess I'll actually do this. See how it does. And as you can see, my Trunda could probably use some improving. But now we finally get to Marius, and he's going to do his A3, which gives increased accuracy and increased defense. And now we're going to see how he smacks on this rotation. And he just put up 1.7 million in damage there. And so now we are going to, again, we're going to just always try to provoke this guy as long as he is up. And unfortunately, we just got provoked, which is a little bit annoying. I'm going to go ahead and... what do I want to do? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cleanse that off of him. And we're trying to get decay down as quickly as possible. And we'll just A3 with Trunda this time, and she does some good damage there. Get some burns. And we'll we'll see how the A1 does this time. A couple 100,000 damage, not too shabby. And so we're just gonna do this run, and by the end of it, we'll see what kind of damage Marius is doing in this rotation. In previous weeks, he did do some insane damage, and we got the provoke there, so great. So Wixwell is doing his job. Hopefully this helps out the team enough, because I did have to take out a damage dealer for him, and Razzlebar did do some pretty good damage, not gonna lie. So we'll see if this works out or not. We'll go ahead and cleanse there, and we'll hit another A1, and we'll see what we can do by killing off this head, hopefully soon. And then we'll see what happens. Okay, we got the decrease attack. That's very helpful right now. And really need to get through this. There we go. All right, we're back to his A3 and then his A2, and we'll see what kind of damage we got going on here. And we just broke 2 heads, 3 heads. No, now we're at 3 heads. Okay, there we go. Thanks to Wixwell's counter attack there. We now have 3 heads down, and we'll see how this affects our damage. We'll go ahead and do all that good stuff. Now Wixwell is... I'm trying to see if I can get him to be our mischief tank as well. I don't normally worry too much about building mischief tanks, but in this case, I'm hoping he will work as one. I think I've got enough. I think I got enough resistance on him for hard. Hopefully that is the case. And we'll go ahead and cleanse to keep our team doing well here. Okay. Unfortunately, no hex anywhere. Get some okay damage there. That'll be good enough. Look at that damage. Look at that damage. Okay, we just got RNG'd pretty hard here with the Head of Suffering swallowing Marius while having the Poison Cloud and Life Barrier and a 2-turn digestion. Marius is gone for sure, 100%. So I'm just gonna auto everything from here. We're pretty much toast. This team wasn't perfect. Unfortunately, Wixwell did not have the resistance that I needed him to have, so I'm gonna have to up that just a little bit apparently. But otherwise, the run did pretty well. A little bit lower than previous weeks, but I did have to take out Razzlevarg in favor of Wixwell. So it's not surprising that I lost a little bit of damage there. So that did make it a little more difficult to free some champions, but it's pretty much over here. So the damage did go down. I don't know if I can attribute that to the recent nerfs. I think it has more to do with the rotation and just a little bit of bad RNG, because once Suffering swallows your champion and they only have 2 turns to be freed, it's just not going to happen. I think the thing that I'm personally struggling with the most with the recent nerfs is just how difficult it is to be freeing these swallowed heads toward the end of the run. It only happens very like once we hit the turn count, around there, that's when things start happening. So unfortunately, we're pretty much dead here. We're just waiting for Wixwell to get his last little bit of damage. But it's okay. I'm way over the line when it comes to getting the 1.2 billion damage for Hydra Clash. We're going to end somewhere around 1.4 thanks to our 317 points here. But as you can see, Marius still did 81 million in damage. Compare that to Trunda's 47 million, Inquisitor with nearly 18 million. I think I need to make his build a little bit bigger, a little bit better damage. He does okay. He's mostly there just to keep us from being tormented, but this team, quite frankly, has too much support and not enough damage in it. But I think that's just something that I have to deal with because I don't really have enough cursed gear to go around. I mean, perhaps if I put cursed gear on, if I put cursed gear on Ralzavard, but I don't know if I have fast enough cursed gear. Not cursed gear, provoke gear. But the team still did pretty well, and Marius is still a beast, and I think that's the most important thing to take away from this. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this result, and then I will go ahead and show you my Marius build. I don't think any of the other builds are going to surprise you too much. We'll go ahead and wait for this to pop up. Okay, and we will collect our last serpentine chest, and we can see that I've got Ancora is just in Stone Skin and Protection. That's for Live Arena. I got Ugo in First and Perception, just trying to get off those hexes and the heals. Inquisitor is in, I believe, 4 pieces of Merciless. Maybe it's 6, I'm not sure. But he's just, any kind of damage gear is fine. Wixwell is in Relentless and Perception, so he is able to get off plenty of provokes. And then Trunda just lethal and crit damage. And then we will go ahead and take a look at my Marius build, because that's what we are actually here for. And so with Marius, again, I have him in a build that's primarily for a live arena, but it still works plenty well for Hydra. So I've got him in 4 pieces of Stone Skin and 5 pieces of Slayer. And yes, it would be nice if I had him in 6 or 9 pieces of Slayer, but it's okay. He's still really good. I don't even have a ton of Slayer gear. I just got very lucky in that for Skinwalkers, I happen to have a defense piece for Slayer and a crit damage amulet and a defense banner with some speed and accuracy. So I was very lucky to be able to get that. But obviously I have him in crit damage and I have him in defense with defense and only 5-star speed, but with that extra speed boost and a good amount of crit damage, that still becomes a really good piece. And then I'm just building him out with crit rate, crit damage, speed. So we'll go ahead and take a look at his total stats, and we will throw on the Hydra stats. I have built up mostly Hydra stats from the area bonuses from doing Live Arena. That has been my primary focus. So with all of that, he's got 63k HP. The attack doesn't matter. He's got close to 6,000 defense, 278 speed, crit capped, 350% damage, and he's got a good amount of resistance and accuracy. Plus, as we will look at his skills, his accuracy will be improved as well. And then I have an extra 18% of ignore defense thanks to those live arena battles. His aura is not something that I use, but it is a pretty nice aura at 35% for defense. It's nice for his kit in particular. I have him in Cruelty, which gives us some extra stats. I was very lucky, and then I got a 5-star blessing on him a month or two ago, probably about a month ago, and that really helps him out quite a bit. And so how he works is basically you use his A3, and that will increase his accuracy and defense. And then you use his A2, which not only does incredible damage, but it also decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. So if the enemy for some reason is able to get buffs on them, like say the block buffs doesn't work or the provoke doesn't work, that's going to take care of a lot of your problems. And his A1, it's nothing too exciting, but it is AoE, so it does get a little bit of damage. But basically, most of his damage is going to be on that A2. And these are his masteries, so we work our way down to Helm Smasher, and we're just adding as much accuracy as possible. So you can copy these if you like. If you think I could have done better, let me know in the comments. But there is my Marius. He's still insane in Hydra. I still like him very much. I think I am going to have to rework some of my teams very soon, in particular because I have gotten some new champions. I recently have summoned some very good champions that I'm very excited about. I'm currently working on their masteries, but these 3 champions, all 3 of them have some incredible potential in Hydra. We got Wall Master just the other day, just a couple days ago I was able to pull him, and then I got Quintus, and then I got Valk there. So how they're going to fit into my teams, I'm not so sure, but we'll find out, I guess. I'm not sure where I'm going to use Valk as the one unity leader on my team. Maybe I will try something out with Arena. Maybe I will see if I can find something for him to do in Hydra. I don't know if he's really necessary, but I think Quintus, I think I'll probably put Quintus and Wallmaster into a team somehow, some way, and I'll probably see if I can figure out how to use Valk in Arena situations. So there you go. Hydra has gotten harder, there is no doubt, but I don't think the most recent nerfs hurt my teams too much. I mean, I was still able to get 1.42 billion in damage without any insane teams. Very good teams. Mind you, I have been playing this game for over 3 years, so I do have some good champions and some okay gear, and I can get the job done. But if you're worried about the recent changes, I wouldn't, unless you're a Kraken or a whale, and I don't think that we need to shed too many tears for them, personally. I think they're going to be just fine. So there you go. There you have it. If you happen to have Marius, or if you happen to have any AoE damage dealer, or if you have like a Mikage and you have an allied attack team, I think they're going to be fine. But if you happen to have Marius, if you are late game enough to get Marius, he's very good in Hydra. Maybe you have other great options, but I personally am liking what he's done for my team. So that's it. I'm Weiler Wednesday. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you in the next Rage of Legends video. See ya!